Hey everybody, how are you? My name is Jacqueline. I'm with Gwartzman's Art Supplies in Toronto. We're a family-run independent art supply store, and we decided to do something a little bit different during COVID, and we've always felt that we want you to know about the products that we're stocking. We love all the products that we have, and we felt that this way you get to connect with our suppliers, you get to ask them questions, things that we may not know, things that you may wanted to ask. This is your opportunity to meet the manufacturers and find out more about them. So today I'm really excited to have with us Keith and hopefully Kyle O'Brien. They own and are the manufacturers of the New Wave or u.go products. And I can't wait for them to talk with me. I'm going to get them to join now, and here we go. So let's see what happens. It'll probably take a second just for it to get through. This is, there we go. Hey, we've got the duo. Excellent.
Hey, hang tight.
How you guys doing?
Say something.
Can you hear me okay?
Can't hear you too well.
Okay.
Hang tight.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Well,
it'll get okay once the air compressor goes on.
Maybe you're stuck in the basement.
No. John's in there now. Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, so. Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you okay.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So if we have trouble hearing you, we'll let you know. If we have to, we'll plug in these.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
we have a shop with all these people working and equipment running. So we have a lot of sound blocking equipment, which is supposed to be shipped to us. So give it another week or so, this shop will be nice and quiet.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
So right now the air compressor's running, so we're going to have trouble hearing you for the next 20 seconds.
Yeah, it'll shut off though. It's just filling the system.
So how are you?
Good. We're doing okay here. How about you guys?
Can't complain. Things are good. It feels like things are opening up and finally taking the masks off a little bit and slowly but surely getting back to normal. So
yeah, we're just starting to open here in Ontario, so it's a nice feeling to be able to get outside.
Yeah, no, definitely. So thanks for having us on for this. We appreciate it.
Hey,
it's actually
my
our
pleasure.
first IG Live. We've never been invited for an IG Live before.
There you go. I'm glad I would be the first person or first company to introduce you. But like I mentioned, I want our customers and anybody who's been interested in your products to be able to connect with you. I mean, as an art supply dealer, we love what we sell, and we've met a few times, had some great chats about Plein Air and the products that you make, and always being at the NAMTA shows. But it's very different for the consumer when they don't they don't know who's behind the manufacturing and what goes into it. And you're two great guys and young company, so I thought what better way for everyone to know more about what you do and what goes into it, and to talk about your product. And if anybody has any questions, as I say, sometimes we just can't answer them or we don't know the answers, and that way someone can maybe shoot us a quick text and I can sort of pass it on while we're chatting. And if we can't, then it's certainly something I can we can get together or I can pass it along afterward. So I thought, maybe we start. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Yeah, so like you said, my name's Keith. This is Kyle. And so New Wave is about 9 years old. We can give you a quick 5-second elevator speech on that. So it's about 9 years old. We basically the entire thing started with handheld pallets. So this isn't a bag, but everyone's probably seen them at different art stores or online. But it's basically, so the idea started, my dad has always been a weekend warrior painting. And I guess about, 15, 20 years ago, he had the idea for a 3-point design on an artist pallet. So he went to Lowe's or Home Depot down here, and he got some plywood and he cut it out. And he just used it for years in his studio. And his friends said, hey, you should do something with your idea. And so he didn't really know what to do with it. And so for a number of years, he was saying to Kyle and I, you should check out my idea. We said, you're crazy. It's an artist pallet. There's no market for an artist pallet. That's nuts. And so we didn't listen to him at all. And so back in 2008, 2009, when the market tanked, Kyle and I were looking for something else to do. And he said, well, what about my idea? And so we checked it out. And we said, well, we can make it out of really nice high-end wood. We can make it out of less expensive materials like paper and plastic. Mm-hmm. And we can have something, a little bit of something for everybody. And so we decided to go for it. We quit our jobs way too soon, and we started working out of our back bedroom. And at the time, he and I were living together. And so, yeah, it started in a back bedroom, and we initially outsourced everything to the Amish. And as we started selling more and more, we realized we had to bring it in-house just to control quality. And so we slowly became a wood shop, and then we started doing paper products, and on and on and on and on. But you want to jump in, or you good?
No.
But yeah, we so started in a garage, and then it went to a basement, or I'm sorry, a back bedroom. Then it went to a basement. Then it went into a garage, and then after a number of years, it finally transferred into a warehouse. So it's been a long road of slugging it out and figuring out what products make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And your products are made from a lot of different materials.
Yeah. You want to?
What was the
products are made from a lot of different materials?
Yeah. So it's so we have the handheld wood pellets that have the patented 3-point design that distributes the weight among 3 points. So that's made in paper and wood, and then we also sell plastic pallets that are peelable for acrylic painters. Oil painters use them as well. And then the glass pallets are a really, really, really popular item. It's tempered glass. Do we have the glass pallet? So it's tempered glass. Comes in 3 sizes: 16 by 20, 12 by 16, and 9 by 12. And then we have clear, which is on the table. I don't have a third hand. Gray and white. And then, it's tempered safety glass, so it's 8 times stronger than your traditional plate glass. And then we have custom corner guards on it that protects the corners of the glass and also allows the pallet to sit flat on a tabletop and not slide around. Not slide around. So these are a really, really, really popular item. Great for acrylic because acrylic paint peels off. Great for oil because when your oil paint dries, you can use a razor blade to scrape it clean. It's a really good product.
And then everything fits in the Masterson products. So it's great for transportation, or if you're taking a class or anything like that. So and a lot of people have those products.
So yeah, I mean we're basically the Bubba Gump shrimp of artist pallets. You have your wood, your paper, your plastic, your glass, your handheld, your tabletop. I mean, we make quite a few pallets. And then I guess it was about 3 years ago, we introduced u.go Plein Air. So I guess why don't we jump into u.go?
Yeah. So we after I don't think we've exhausted the pallets. There's always more room for more pallets, but I think we needed to expand into something else. And having the capability to make wood products, we decided that we wanted to jump into the easel market, and we saw an opportunity to basically create something that was more streamlined and minimalist versus your traditional French easel box. And I'm going to talk and grab at the same time. So what we came out with was the Hugo Plein Air. So we're one of the few companies that make everything. So like 99% of our products are made in-house. So whatever you see at Gwartzman's, 9 chances out of 10, Kyle's hands or my hands, we're all over it. And so we do a small, a medium. This is actually the medium. And then we do a large. So everything is magnetic in these boxes. So we have friction hinges. So you can actually open it all the way up if you want to. You can see that the tripod mount is right there. It's all made from Baltic birch. This is hand sanded. Every single nook and cranny of this has been touched by someone's hands here at New Wave. Everything is magnetic. So you can see this is where you put your canvas. This is where you would paint. That's where the pallet area is. But you can see, if you take off the panel holders, these are stainless steel. It's all magnets underneath that. So you can adjust depending upon what size panel you're using. And this is pretty cool. Yeah, sure. We have a removable sidewall here. That's all magnetic. You can slide out your pallet to clean it. You can switch out and switch out to a glass pallet.
So when you slide the pallet out, you can see the tripod mount underneath. And then we wrap everything on this box was designed to make it as light as possible.
Yeah.
This thing weighs just with all the components, just over 2 pounds.
Wow.
It's extremely light. It's the lightest Pochade boxes in the market. So all these routed out areas, and I'll angle it so you can see kind of how deep we go with the routes. It's all meant to reduce weight.
That's very cool.
So yeah, we stressed over this product a lot.
So
wow.
when you're ready to, if you want to clean your pallet, you can just take off the removable wall, slide your pallet out, clean it, or upgrade to an acrylic or a glass pallet. Your pallet just slides in there on a dado route, and then your removable sidewall just clicks right in.
Yeah.
It's magnetic.
So any of your pallets will fit into that same spot?
No, well, we have custom pallets for the u.go Plein Air. And I know Gwartzman's carries a number of those. So you can get, so for instance, it comes with a white plastic pallet. You can switch that out to a gray acrylic. You can switch that out to a glass. And depending upon sizes, there's different options.
Oh.
So you would get the medium gray acrylic for the medium Pochade box model. Yeah,
I understand.
We have specific sizes.
And then something I should mention. So we just came out with this a couple weeks ago. Sorry, can you grab that one, Sam? Yeah. So for people that are working, and this is going to be available to Gwartzman's. It wasn't available when you placed your order initially, but we have panel extenders. So if you're working with larger panels, you can upgrade to this. Or if it's a windy day, you just cover more magnets. So that's been very popular. And then we also have, trying to get an angle so you can see. So they're canvas extenders. So if you're working with stretched canvas, this goes right on the magnetic part, and you can get a nice tight grip, hugging that canvas up to 7/8 inch.
So that's about 3/4 inch. That's how they know some of them here.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And it's kind of cool because it's not just for stretched canvas. We've actually seen people in the field using a sketchbook.
Yeah.
Putting a sketchbook up on their u.go Pochade box and using the stretched canvas holder, just because you have that extra space to really get a good grip on your
canvas or book or
on your book. Yeah. Sketchbook. There it is.
And does that fit any of the boxes or just a specific one?
Yep. So it fits all 3 sizes: the small, the medium, and the large box. The only thing is, when you're done using it for the day, you just have to take it off of your slide track,
right,
and then close the box because the box is such a thin profile at 1.25 inches. This guy here is a thicker profile, so you just have to take this out, store it in your bag, and then you'll be able to close the box.
Oh, that's great. I had a question about the mount for the tripod underneath. Does it fit any kind of tripod, or is it restricted by any type? Like any photography tripod?
Any photography tripod. It's a 1/4 inch mount in the bottom. and that's a standard universal tripod mount. And so this product is designed to work with any camera tripod that's out there.
And you do make your own.
We do have our own. So when we first came out with u.go, we knew nothing about tripods, and we quickly learned way too much about tripods. We one of the first consumer shows we went to, we did what a lot of people do, which is you go to a large retail, like a large big box retail store, you get the cheapest tripod you can find, and we used it. And we found that the product was wiggling, and people would come up and say, I think there's something wrong with your box. We said, there's nothing wrong with the box. It's a cheap tripod. So we quickly realized that it's important to have a decent tripod to make your experience plein air painting as perfect as possible. So we began looking at different tripods that were out there, and we started recommending a few. But we never found the tripod that was the right price and also sturdy, and the right price for what you're getting, really. And so we designed our own tripod that was incredibly lightweight. So it's, what is it, 3 pounds?
It's
3.9, 3.8?
No,
it's 2 point.
It's 2 point.
2 point. I think it's 2 point.
I can get it.
Sorry, 2.9 pounds.
Yeah.
It folds up to 13 inches, so it's very compact. Holds up to 26 pounds, so it's very, very sturdy. And what am I missing?
So it's called the LCS1. So lightweight, compact,
sturdy, and then it's our first tripod. So there you go. But yeah, so I hit all that. So we have the LCS1, and so that's our tripod. That's the one we recommend. But in the same breath, we realize that people have tripods at home. So if you do, you can easily use the u.go box with one of those.
That's great.
And if you have another Pochade box that you really like, but you wanted to use our tripod's universal for all Pochade boxes. So,
well, they do want to buy yours, though.
Exactly.
We hope so.
And so can you just mention the dimensions of the 3 sizes of your Pochade boxes?
Sure. So the small one, well, here, you know what? Got a bunch of stuff. So the large one's approximately 11 inches by 14 and a half inches, and as Kyle mentioned, 1.25 inches. Excuse me. The medium one.
Hold on. So the large is 11 by 14 and a half inches, and then the weight of it is 3.15 pounds.
And then the medium one is roughly 8.4 by 11.25, and like Kyle said, about 2.1 pounds. And then the small one is
6 by 8.
6 by 8, and that's just over a pound. It's like 1.025 pounds. So
someone's just actually asking if you can show what one of the boxes look like. Do you have the smallest one there? Or do you
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Do you have one of the boxes available to show? The Pochade boxes?
Let me.
Kyle's going to check.
Why don't you pull out the large?
Okay. I'll pull out the large one while Kyle's grabbing the small one.
Because I know that there's, they all are so accommodating to whatever you're thinking of using.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I was going to say that all the boxes are accommodating to whatever type of painting you want to use them for.
Yeah. So this is the large one right here. If you asked a question, I apologize. I may not have heard you. So the air compressor is running right now. Okay, it stopped. It's done.
That's okay.
I'm
That's
ready.
okay. No, I was just going to say that each size is made to accommodate whatever type of painting that someone would like to do or drawing.
Yeah, it has to do with the painting size. So if you're working with the small box, the recommended vertical height is roughly 9.5 inches. The medium box, the recommended vertical height is 10 inches, and then the large one, it's 14 inches. But as we mentioned earlier, if you want to go higher, we do have options for you to go higher or to go thicker if you want to go thicker with a stretch canvas. So Kyle's got a small one.
So the small box, we'll have more stock of them in about a week. We sell quite a few Pochade boxes around this time of year.
Yeah.
However, what you'll see is a freshly finished Pochade box or sanded, which hasn't been finished yet, and none of the components are in there. So this is the 6x8 model is awesome. It's personally my favorite. It's ultra small, compact, fits inside of anything, and yeah, it's just over a pound. So basically, it doesn't have hinges on it yet, but I'll show you how it. Okay, let me get a good angle. So here's the small box. So the hinge goes right here. None of the magnets are in yet, but basically this bad boy is ready to go into the spray room, and then it'll get its magnets and all that other good stuff. But yeah, essentially this is it. Just opens up, super compact, super small, has one hinge in the middle, and gives you the same amount of flexibility height-wise on a canvas as the medium Pochade box.
Yeah, so these are cool products. I mean, it still blows me away to this day because we get 5x5 sheets of wood brought into the shop, and then we cut it down, we sand it, you finish it, you take it through all the assembly, and it turns into this. And to this day, I still look at it. I'm like, man, I can't believe we actually create that. Like, it kind of blows me away. But it's a fun product, and feedback's been really positive, and we're excited to come out with some more things that we've been working on.
So 9 times out of 10, somebody who buys a Pochade box typically wants a side tray. Just to hold brushes, as an extra surface for mixing, or to hold a turp cup. So our side trays, open this. So it's the same piece, stainless steel. It's a stainless steel bracket. And then, here is one of the side trays. Again, it's Baltic birch, insanely lightweight. I mean, this thing weighs nothing. We have magnets on the back because the magnets are designed to fit on your stainless steel piece. So it just snaps right in. So you can see how it works from the underside. So the magnets on the wood are right here and here. And then this just slides right onto the side of your box, your Pochade box. We have these little rubber bumpers to protect the underside of your Pochade box so that the weight that comes up on it doesn't nick or scratch your finish. And then this is just designed to slide on the side. This little notch out right here, that's what these magnets here are for. It's for side tray attachments that just go on like that.
So easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the magnet just provides just enough sturdiness and tension so that your side tray doesn't pop off. But yeah, it's a really cool product.
Do the magnets ever have to be replaced?
No. All the magnets are they're press fit, and then they're finished over. So the magnets in there are pretty solid.
Yeah, so it's a commercial glue. It's press fit. It's finished twice over. Yeah, we knock on wood. We haven't had major issues.
Oh, that's great. And so you've got the new product coming out, so we can get that one right away. The extension.
Yeah. I'll be in touch with you after this. I can give you all the details about that.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just the extender bars and the canvas holders just makes the product more functional. Just gives the artist a little bit more things to play around with the u.go box. So.
And I was going to ask you about just going back to the pallets that you mentioned at the beginning. You have them for left and right hand, right?
Yes, so we that was one of the crazy things when we first got into this. We realized that left-handed people were not equal in the world of art, and so we were one of the first companies to actually come out with a left-handed palette. So held in right hand for the left-handed artist. And so yeah, all of our palette products held in right, held in left. Yeah. So we treat everyone equally, even the playground.
And how has the response been to that?
It's good. I mean, surprisingly enough, I remember when we first started, we thought there were a lot more left-handed artists because you see that all the time. But it's basically, it's still like 5%, 5 to 8% of the population is left-handed. So, but something, little bit of something for everybody.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
I feel like we saw a lot more left-handed pallets than 5-8%. Yeah.
I'd have to look at the numbers, but
yeah, we saw
maybe
quite a lot.
It might be. You're right, though. It might be 20%, something like that.
We saw quite a lot left-handed pallets.
Well, as someone who's left-handed, I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
So we'll be bringing them
problem.
in. So I wanted to ask you: do either of you paint?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Do either of you paint?
So when I draw, and since I was little, I would draw all the time. And when I first went to college, I went to art school, but ended up going a different route. It's something that I'll do on the side when I have time. Recently, I haven't had any time, but I do not paint. I would like to get into plein air painting. Just there's no time right now. We're too busy making the boxes.
Yeah, and then myself, I don't paint or draw. I kind of an artist in the sense where I do product design.
Yeah. So we design everything in house.
Yeah.
And both of us really enjoy that side of the business as well as the branding and marketing and things like that.
Everything here, it's just Keith and I.
Yeah.
We did absolutely everything from the steel pieces to even as much as just this little removable wall, designing that and making it fit with the magnets on the back. I mean, this thing it's pretty intense. It's pretty intense, to say the least.
He lost about 5 years of his life.
Yeah,
putting it together.
The receding hairline is from this.
And that took how long? 2 years?
It took about 1.5 years to 2 years to design. Yeah. So it took quite some time. A lot of wood that went into the fireplace, and a lot of stainless steel pieces that had to be thrown out, and just a lot of trial and error. It's no different. It's the same thing with all of our products. We work on them for so long. You basically perfect them, and then until they're ready to be launched to the marketplace. But all this stuff takes a long time.
Well, I have to tell you that while you're talking, I don't know if you can see the comments, but there's a lot of people writing how much they love your boxes.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of people enjoy it. Really like them.
Thank you very much.
Somebody just said I ordered the glass palette for the Pochade box.
I see.
Yeah, so in keeping everything incredibly lightweight, the glass, it's important to mention that the glass does add some weight, just because glass is, it's 1/8-inch glass, but it is, it's heavy. So when you're dealing with a product that's 2 pounds, glass will add, I think for the medium one, it adds about 1.1 pounds, which is also why we offer the gray acrylic, because the gray acrylic is insanely lightweight. So if you're looking to keep your setup extremely lightweight, gray acrylic palette is awesome.
Yeah, and from a functional standpoint, when you're mixing, the gray acrylic is very similar to working off the glass. Obviously, you can't use a razor blade to clean it, but you could easily use plastic scrapers and clean it off with some solvents, because the solvents don't affect the acrylic. And the feedback we've gotten is it's almost, I want to say identical, but it's very close to working off of glass. At a lighter weight. Yeah.
And I also wanted to mention Michael Harding is a huge fan of your products.
Yeah. No, we've known Michael for, I guess, going on like 7 or 8 years, 9 years, something like that. We've done some cross promotion with those guys, and he makes one of the best oil paints in the world. Still made in the UK in a small warehouse right outside of London. So
Yeah, we're actually doing a promotion, and I just thought I'd mention it while we're talking about it. So anybody who is ordering any of your boxes or any of the, I think it's the glass pallets, that if they
yeah,
order any of them for the next, because of you or our conversation, they're going to get a set of samples of Michael Harding to test out.
that's
So
awesome.
it's a great bonus for people to be able to try it.
Yeah. It's the feedback about on his paint is phenomenal. People love it. So that's a great promotion.
And he's a great guy too.
Have you done an IG live with Michael?
We haven't done that yet. We did have him a couple times into the store when he was in
Yeah.
Toronto.
Yep.
We tried to set something up where we were doing an Instagram or a Zoom demo, but they are so busy, he and Karen, they're traveling all the time.
Yeah.
So we couldn't arrange it for this month. So we're hoping for the fall when they're possibly back in the UK, or at least in one place for a little while, that we'll be able to have a Zoom with him, which I think would be great. I get very excited to be able to connect with people this way. They can't always get to our cities to visit. So this is a great way to at least connect.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, and you'll have a great time with Michael on IG. He's fun to interview.
He's fun at a demo too. He's
Yeah, I
always
bet.
has so much
Yeah.
to say. So is there anything, any small hidden ideas, any treats that anybody should know about your products that they may not know?
Trying to think.
Aside from the fact that they should all have one of them?
Yeah, I mean, have 2 and 3 of everything. No, I mean, but honestly,
I saw somebody said that they had all 3 boxes.
oh, that's cool. It's I mean, if anyone has any questions about how to use a product, or even if you have any suggestions on how to make a product better, that's how we continually improve what we're making. They can shoot us an email through our website, and you'll probably speak to Kyle or myself if you call or if you email. We're a pretty small company. There's only outside of Kyle and myself, there's 5 full-time employees and 2 part-time employees. So when you reach out to us, you're gonna probably talk to one of us.
Yeah, so at any one time, it's 7 to 9 people in here working, trying to. We call it Santa's workshop.
Yeah.
So around the holidays, so everybody's hammering it out and sending little nice products out to artists for the holidays. So
yeah.
I think it's great.
And we're working on some new products for u.go, and then also some new products outside of u.go. So hopefully they'll be ready in the next 6 to 12 months. So just stay posted if anyone wants to join our. So we do a mailer once a quarter where we interview a professional artist. We keep it we all get the junk email, so we try to keep it very, very small in terms of what we send out. But if you're interested in learning about new products, stay up to date with Gwartzman's, or you can join our mailer and you'll find out about new products there. So we're always working on that stuff as well.
That's great. Someone actually is mentioning that I guess they've purchased it in Holland, and they said that they purchased the box and it arrived 2 weeks after ordering in Holland.
That's
So
awesome.
there you go. It's worldwide.
Very cool. Very cool.
it's because the box has been out for about 2.5, 3 years, and people all over the world are using these u.go Pochade boxes. It's pretty cool. It's the boxes get way more mileage than we get. So, but if you go to our IG page, it's hashtag New Wave Art. You'll see a ton of images all over the world of people using the Pochade boxes. So it's they get around. So.
Well, I've been following, and I do follow you on Instagram as well, and I'm amazed at the artists that are using your boxes and your products and where they show up and the locations that they're using. and also the easy way that they are to, you know, carry them with or to store them. They're small enough that you would never feel that they're going to get in the way. You know, we all carry a backpack if we're going to paint, fits right in. And as you said, they weigh anywhere from 2 to 4 pounds, so you can't go wrong with that.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say that was really the idea behind it. I know we said in the beginning lightweight was the main focus. So Kyle and I, we do a lot of backcountry camping, and if you talk to anyone that's into hiking, they're always counting the weight that they put in their pack. And when you speak to a lot of plein air painters, it's no different. Weight's everything, and you don't want to be out there with a bunch of clunky materials and trying to figure it out and set it up, and it just takes away from the experience. So the idea behind everything is minimalistic and lightweight. And it allows you to spend more time doing what you want to do, which is to paint outside.
Yeah, in designing these products, we took the same approach as a backcountry gear camping company would take with their products. Yeah, we're always trying to find and buy the lightest, most up-to-date products for camping, and it's an addiction. It's a scary addiction, but. So we took that same approach with all this outdoor painting gear, just to have the lightest, most compact gear in the entire marketplace, from Pochade boxes to the tripods to different carriers, and so yeah, and it's a good segue because we're working on a bunch of new products to expand the u.go line, and all the new products have that same exact mentality. So
I think it's great. I think it's great. I think
you guys will like the new products that we introduce in the next like 3 to 6 months. We'll start introducing some here and there.
We'll be patient.
Yeah, some of these products we've been working on for 1.5 years already. So it's time to get them off our plate. Get it off our plate. Move on.
Well, it's funny because while we've been talking, I haven't had any questions coming in. I know there's been a ton of compliments, so that's great. If anybody has any questions while we're chatting, I'm going to invite you to ask them now. I know Keith and Kyle have to get back to their workshop and making sure that we're all going to be able to get the product in again. I know we have to place another order. We ran out fairly quickly. So it's been very exciting for us to be able to work with you finally. I know we've talked so many times at the shows, but there's always a right time to start stocking some fantastic products.
Thank you.
So I don't have any, it doesn't look like there's any questions. I want to just thank you so much from Gwartzman's Art Supplies here in Toronto for joining me. I know it's your first live chat. I really appreciate that we could do this.
Yeah, thank you for having us, and thank you for the support. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. And someone actually sent in a comment. I'm going to ask them. I'm going to forward it to you, and then maybe we can get the answer, and I'll mention it in one of our live chats that we do.
I see one question right down there. Have you tested the box in heavy windy day during a heavy windy day? So yes, so a lot of people, you'll see a lot of pictures on our IG page of people using the Pochade box on the beach that can get pretty windy. So the one thing you want to keep in mind whenever you're dealing with wind is the top panel holders, the more magnets you utilize, the stronger it's going to be. So that's when you're working on really windy conditions, that's when we recommend using one of the extension bars if you're working on a larger piece. So you're utilizing more magnets at the base of that top extender bar, and then you're going to have a sturdier panel or stretch canvas if you're using something like this. But that's really the key, just making sure that you are using as many magnets as possible.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Well, we'll check in with you. I mean, we'll keep in touch, and then maybe we can do another live when you have some of the new products to launch, and that we can show them off again.
That would be great. Cool. Thanks a lot, Jacqueline.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank
you to everybody else.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy.